Okay, so this is going to be a really cool video for you. It should only be about 10-15 minutes tops. But I want to show you a few things here. And I know I show a lot of the things, but I really need some people to understand what we're dealing with here and the implications. So this is what we generally see, okay? And it's everywhere. As far as the eye can see, it goes on and on and on. Everything under this grassland's the same. I just did a video, I don't know if I posted or not, when I was up at the monument. And I was telling you that this is an 80-mile wide cedar tree. Some of it's pieces and parts, some of it's pieces that are still attached to the main stump, and some of it are still upright, like I'm going to show you here, that are still part of the source tree attached to when it was attached to the earth. It is so massive. So let me go along here. So this is what we generally see, okay? And I could never show you in 100 lifetimes unless you come up here and see this. So you come up here, okay? So some areas you don't see the lichen on it. This stuff over here that's disguising it, like all this right here. And for those who've watched my video, they understand how everything gets the flat edge. It's just a natural breakdown due to the fibers of the tree. Okay, I want to show you a few things. Okay, so this is the actual color of the cedar. Okay, this stuff is hard to recognize because it's got all the lichen on it, but it's all the same. So let's go right over here. I want to show you that. And look at over here. It goes on and on and on, literally for an 80-mile radius. Okay, you come right over here, and there's like the second generation cedars laid all around. So you come right here. This piece right here is still attached. Okay, so I want you to look at this. Okay, most of the stuff looks like this. But there's always little pockets, for some reason, that show the true color. I'm going to show you a few of this, and we're going to go down and I'll show you a little more. It's incredible how preserved this is. And this is a natural formation. They weren't cut. And this is, like I've said, such a small piece, like a grain of sand in the whole ocean. And you see like the lifeblood, the quartz that runs through it, all through it, just like our veins. You see it running up through there. And that's what the gold miners look for, because, you know, they call this Black Hills gold up here, but they get it from the quartz that are in the cedar tree. It was part of the tree. The original creation was different, a lot like Avatar. How everything was connected, was alive. Okay, we're gonna move on, but I want to show you this last little bit. Okay, we're gonna go down here. I'm gonna show you this is just a small portion of the source tree that's still standing. If you could imagine a stump and all the pieces sticking up through the stump, the high parts and low parts, that is just one tiny spot. That's still part of the source tree that's attached. That's like the bottom of the tree. Part of the inside section. And I'll find one here, try to, and show you what I mean. Okay, we're gonna come over here. And I've shown you many times in the wood today how they get all the splits and gaps. It's because of the grain that's in the trees. A lot of them had knots and different twists and turns, just like all this cedar. You know, you have straight grain You have knots, twists, and turns, all this stuff. This is the exact same thing. It's just discolored, just like this is. You see, it's the same color. It's just weathered. Okay, we're gonna go down here. I'm gonna show you 2 different areas and that'll be it. So we're like, you see how everything breaks down due to the fibers. Here's a piece that's recent. And you see looks like fresh wood. Okay? Looks like a fresh piece of wood, but it's not. It's hard as a rock, it's stone. And then this and other pieces of petrified tree, they roll in a river and they'll become round like cobblestone, and they're not recognizable. That's all that stuff is. And let me just show you this. Let me try to get out of the sun. That's what all this is. That's an incredible piece. And there's different grains. You know, these trees were so large. I wanted to show you more of the source tree. So here's another piece. And I showed you them gaps that you could walk through in between the way the tree breaks down. That's the color of the cedar. I'm sure it's faded a little bit. You see some of the, okay, let's keep going right over here. You see, the same thing with the cedar. It's just the way it breaks down in all kinds of different ways. All kinds of different ways the cedar breaks down. And if you look inside here, I don't know if this piece will show it. Let's see here. It's not a very good example. But you see, like, see this gap right here? These gaps, this isn't broke down enough yet. But most people are gonna understand, but that gap right there would be the equivalent. Let me get down here, just remember that gap. Okay? You might be able to stick a playing card through that gap. So this gap right here is a small one. And they're everywhere. That's one of them small gaps. And there's another small one, and it goes on and on and on. This piece here is massive. I mean, it is, I can't even begin to tell you. And it's just, this large piece is a breakdown, just like one of these small pieces would be off of the tree. They come over here. I'll show you this. And I'm going to go over here and show you one more piece. I'll go up in there a little closer and show you how preserved this is. You know, and then you get the lichen and the moss on it, and it's hard to recognize it, and a lot of it gets smoothed and worn and not really recognizable, but it's all the same. You know, like here, it don't look like much because it's disguised. You come up here, get out on this ledge here, this skinny ledge. This is really incredible. Yeah, I can't peel a piece off, but look at this. Okay, let me keep on going around over here. And I don't know if you can see down through there, but it goes on and on and on. I want to see if I can get up here and show you the source tree real quick, or part of it. Such a small part. Oh boy. Let me go up a little higher. I'm sorry for this. I should have done it while I was up here. Hold on a second. We get right up here. I tried to do this going downhill so I didn't have to get out of breath. Anyway, so this is part of the source tree, and it goes all the way around. Can't see much of it there. Phew. But it goes all the way back there. You'll see there's more of it right here. And then you just got gap after gap. So let's go down here. Come on. Chris! Good girls. I'm telling you, it just goes on and on and on. We're gonna walk down over this way, and we're gonna go to this other one over here, and that'll be it for this video. So all of this, all the way back over, way back there, was all connected at one time. And so this stump right here, let me see, not a really good example, but if you could imagine all them spires like this all around, and this is 80 miles across, and there's branches and part of the roots and tree that are everywhere. 80 miles is a lot of distance. And then right here they decided, well, this little piece, we're gonna carve the president's faces right here from Mount Rushmore. That's what the equivalent is. And some of them pieces I just showed you back up over there would be like one little section right here. There's so much more to it that it's so big I can't show it all to you. And it's not multiple trees, it's one massive cedar tree. For those who've watched my videos, I've done more research and scouting, and I know what I'm talking about. Let's go right up here. So you see here, this is all just like fibers. You know, this piece will fall off and make smaller pieces. That's how you get the flat edges. Let's go right over here. So here's another kind of example. It don't got a lot of the tall spires, but if you put it into the size comparison to what we're looking at, this here could be hundreds of feet tall from this lower part. And the president's faces are carved, like say, like right here on this little deal. And everywhere else, you see all the spires and what's still attached to the main tree. And then all through here, there's pieces and parts of the broken tree and branches. And I'm telling you, it goes on and on and on. And this is just what's above. And I can only imagine that the root system to this cedar tree, how many miles, double, triple digits, triple digits it goes down to anchor itself to the earth. Yeah, I think that's how I'm not going to prolong this video. I just wanted to show you that. So well, I don't have my laptop on me, so I can't edit videos. I'm just putting them out straight from my phone, and I can't add pictures of like the upright portions of the tree, at least some of the sections that I can see. Look at this. But it goes on and on and on. Well, since I got you with me, I might as well go up to the top up here and show you some of the source tree at a better view. So this is a steep climb, so you'll just have to excuse my breathing. So hold on a moment, I'll keep filming. But I want you to see some of the source tree. Another gap. That really takes the wind out of me. Let me get up on this rock. All right. Phew. You see the way the tree breaks down? These gaps, that's what them gaps are. And then you got all these missing pieces, and we're like walking through this as we walk down through all that, and it just goes on and on and on. Look at that tree growing right out of the rock. All in this right here. This cedar tree. It's amazing. When they're alive, they have the reddish, orangish, pinkish, just like this. And why this withheld its color? Well, it probably all did. If you take something like all this other stuff that has the lichen on it, and you were to cut it with a diamond blade or something through that stone, inside it would probably look just like this. Well preserved. It's just the outer skin or the outer wood that petrified. That's petrified that has all the lichen on it. whether it's a small flat edge or a large flat edge. It's just the way the fibers are and how the tree breaks down. It's incredible. There's some busy wasps in there. That's pretty crazy, the wood. All right, guys. I hope this really shows you something different than everything I've been showing you. It's just, you know, the implications for people who can see it and understand. It's truly life-changing because it shows the truth from the lies in so many different ways. All right, let's see, Roxy, Grace, good girls. All right, guys, thanks for watching.